Yeah, hi, I'm Hamzian, CEO at VEL. It's really important to be in Miami and be part of the eMerge tech community because VEL is remote. When you're remote, we don't have a presence in Miami, we don't have a presence in Austin, we don't have a presence in New York. These tech-centric VC environments. And for that, we have to overcompensate as a company. And all companies have to become very good at storytelling. And what Miami represents right now is what VEL represents, which is this forward motion, looking at the future. And there's so much dynamism here. When I've been traveling across the country over the last year and a half across America, and the sentiment in Miami is just so aspirational, forward thinking, and everyone is up for doing some business. The energy is just viral. And I think that's why there's such a net influx of people coming here. And I live 5 hours north of Miami, so I'm a Floridian. And for me, being here is a hometown in many ways. And I love coming and I'm sad leaving. So it's great to be here. Tech represents solving problems at scale. Tech also represents being part of a startup community. Startup communities are solution-driven problem masters, which means we get out of bed because we're mission-led. And also most tech communities, which are now in Miami, used to be San Francisco, possibly New York, but Miami is really taking the crown. It means that there's a major amount of momentum of lots of people coming together, trying to do something similar, but in different ways, right? So we're a coffee shop, we're trying to solve the coffee problem, trying to solve the space problem. There may be a tech company solving the web problem, other people solving content problem. But ultimately, when you bring a community together, a collective together, that mental awareness raises up, investment comes in. You have like an incredible Mayor Suarez he's like the guy is from the future, by the way. I met him for 5 minutes. So then you have people like that, and you have the Medina family and eMerge and yourself, and then us talking about it on a micro level. That can't happen without tech, and that can't happen without VC, without money, and above all, without intention. So I'm really, really happy to play a role in eMerge. Every case study will tell you that DEI, diversity, equality and inclusion supports productivity and performance. Every business school says you need a diverse group for maximum performance. Having said that, I was born in a war zone. I'm Iranian, went to England, went to boarding school, somehow made my way to America. So I'm one of those people who's always been an immigrant wherever I've gone, right? So for me, building a community and building a company that represented lots of diverse thinking, persuasion, ethnicity, socioeconomic thinking meant one thing. It meant zero blind spots. It meant that we're thinking about the same thing at different problems, and means that we won't have heuristics and neuroses and confirmation biases, which means better product, faster growth, better company, and at the same time being maximum representation, because our customer base is represented that way. So I sit on a DEI think tank as part of something in England, and is a huge part of my personal growth to be more cognizant of that. We're a small company, which means we have to think about it in a way that's intentionless and setting ourselves up for 2 years down the line, but still making investments in it today. So I think if you look at VEL as a microcosm, as a spectrum, we're very well represented. And I love to be leading that, and I love to be talking about that. So anytime you want to talk about DEI, make sure you pick up the phone and have a chat with me. I think it's going to be like 10x, 20x. It's like right now the beginning. You can see a lot of early stage of startups started in Miami, and they're now growing in their travel and their journey. And we may be one of them, right? And there are going to be lots of success stories, which means maturity is going to come, sophistication is going to come. And by that, I mean different layers of money are going to come. I'm speaking to some people that say some startups may not be at the stage of senior money, Series B money, Series C money, because Miami is only maybe 10 years old, 15 years old in terms of that tech economy. But when you see these graduates growing and the talent pool coming in, it's just going to be exponential. And the facility is there from the government, the municipality, the intention is there to be able to make Miami really, really competitive in that way. And also Miami has this very interesting way of connection to Europe, connection to South America, that I would argue, well, maybe I shouldn't say it, but I will. I would argue that maybe Austin doesn't have that, right? Because it's in a different geo environment. And maybe New York had it at some point. So I think Miami is very well positioned. And it's also really interesting because when you look at it, historically speaking, warm climates. Places like Miami have traditionally been hospitality, tourism, and places where people go for leisure and relax. And northern, more cold parts of the country may have been, like New York, has been places where workplace happens. But Miami's really turned that around as well. It's giving lifestyle, beach, weather, sun, and work, and tech. And it's like a dream place to be part of. So it's like a no-brainer. It's going to grow 10x, and we definitely, as VEL, as a CEO, I want to play a role in it. Maybe I move to Miami.